Warning, I am not a doctor, nutritionist, or an expert. This is a documentary of my own experiences. Don't try without professional advice. I used to be 193 pounds, almost. 192.8 or 191.8, something like that. And by the way, I'm going to talk about weight loss here, but I feel like I'm a freaking imposter. And that anyone that's bigger than what I say I am or what I have been is going to look at me and judge me and go, oh, yeah, I wish I was as fat as you. You're not even fat. And therefore, not validating any of my suffering or anything that I went through. But I can tell you this. I fluctuate between 142 and 155 right now. I stay right in that range. But when I was 191, my back hurt. I couldn't sleep for very long without my back hurting. And I was eating too late. I was eating a lot of food. If I order a sandwich or whatever they put on my plate, I ate the whole freaking thing. So if I order takeout, yeah, I was eating the whole thing because you got to be a good boy. We were programmed that you got to eat all your food. You can't waste the food. So that's where we're programmed because it came from a time when people didn't have the luxury of being able to eat food whenever they wanted to. So you kind of had to eat when you could. Back before refrigerators, and this isn't that long ago, okay? We live in such an abundant time that we had a pandemic and still didn't run out of food. Still didn't run out of food. Bam, bam, no. Everybody thought, oh my God, there's no rice and there's no toilet paper. But honestly, they did a magnificent job keeping some sort of food on the shelves for us. Fantastic. Good job if anybody out there is watching this that had to deal with any of that food stuff. It was a rough time keeping that stuff on the shelf. I will tell you the last kind of soup that was on the shelf was split pea soup. And if it was 100% whole grain, organic, wheat or something, people didn't buy it. They bought the white stuff, the bleached noodles and all that. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit off topic. The final straw. I was out mushroom hunting. It's 2024 right now. It's September 15th. In August, September of 2022, beautiful mushroom hunt. I haven't seen one like it. Again, that's why I keep coming out here trying to capture it. This year was unique in its own way, but I can't compare it to that year. Oh my gosh, it looked like Snow White out here. It was just crazy, fantasy mushroom land. My point is when I squat down and I get back up and I'm trying to get pictures of stuff that's on the ground. I did a lot of squatting down and getting up. And in those videos, you can hear me. Right? It was kind of annoying. And it was kind of painful. Which made me think back to a time when I was a teenager and I listened to the adults get out of the bathroom and they would dry off with the towel and I'd hear or when they go tie their shoes. Or when they do anything, getting up, getting down, anything. Anytime they move. Can you relate to any of that? I vowed I would never ever let myself get fat and out of shape like them. Yeah. And guess what? I got that way. It all started when I got a job in an office environment. And people would order big plates of food, takeout food, and we'd eat it all. So I eat it all too. I gained a lot of weight there. I felt, I'm going to steal this from Joe Cross, the juice guy. Fat, sick, and nearly dead is how I felt. I did a juice diet, 60 days, no eating, just drinking juice. That's the kind of an extreme person I am. I'm either, I can do it. And I just want to say, before you do anything that I say, check with your doctor because I am not a nutritionist. I haven't been educated on this other than the literature and the videos that I've read. Okay? That's it. And the experience that I've been through. I'm kind of radical when I do things. So, our stomachs, I'm going to jump to this because I'm really excited to tell you about this. Our stomachs are about the size of an apple. Okay? So, what I started to do is only eat the size of an apple. Fair enough, right? what's that, 3 or 4 apples a day that I'll end up eating. So I started buying 28 apples per week. And I was eating 3 to 5 a day. Okay? If I was a little extra hungry, I'd eat an extra apple. I don't recommend this to anybody, and I am pre-diabetic. But I did pretty good keeping my blood sugars pretty low. And I don't mean low, like under 100, 110. I kept it pretty good instead of spiking it. Because I wasn't eating a whole lot of food. I would get hungry, and if I was at work, I had 2 apples, and I had 2 mandarin oranges with me at all times. Anytime, and here's another recommendation, put a bag of beef jerky in your glove box and only eat 1 or 2 pieces when you get hungry. That way it keeps you from pulling into like McDonald's and loading up on junk food at the gas stations and stuff. So what I would do is every time I got hungry, I would eat this piece of fruit, and that would take the starvation off, and it would give me enough time to shift my mindset and just forget about it and not want to go pig out on anything. It worked. So I lost like 20 pounds. It took a lot to get down to like 160. I could not get down past 165 for a while. And after about 2 years of trying this back and forth, over and over, I had lost 50 pounds. About halfway through it, I think sometime in 2023, I switched to berries. I was tired of the apples. I mean, can you imagine eating 4 apples a day, 2 to 4 oranges a day, and that's it? Plus water. Can you imagine? I don't know too many people that can do that without getting freaking bored. I know people that can't eat their leftovers and they need to eat something brand new every night. They just can't. Oh no, gotta eat something different. If you're trying to budget your money, buy all organic food and just portion it. Do not eat more than an apple. Do not. At one time, eat an apple. My current thing, and what it's been for a while, is I fast for 24 hours, 16 to 24 hours. And then I eat this, and maybe a second one. Maybe I'll have a whole kiwi afterwards. The fiber has amazingly done really good at staving off the hunger pains so that I don't go make stupid decisions. But you gotta have your apple and your orange on you at all times. And you gotta remember to eat that right away as soon as you get the idea you want to go pig out. That you start getting hungry, you want to keep that off. You want to keep that from getting past a certain time where you skip it and you let yourself get overdue and you swing in and get some donuts or you get some shitty food. This worked out. I will get more into it in the future, but here's the benefit. I lost that weight. The more weight I lost, the less pain my body was in. I don't make the noises anymore. This is one area where I have succeeded in. So as I'm complaining about this other stuff and the kratom and this and I have done pretty good. That's why I can talk so much about the diet thing, because I've seen it work. I've experienced it. I'm probably 146 right now. I can bounce from 155 to 145 within a day or two. Somewhere in there. If I go 2 or 3 days eating minimal like this, I can lose more weight than they recommend that you lose every day. They say 1 or 2 pounds a day or a week, and I'm losing 8, 9 in 3 days. Mind you, I walk about 8 to 10, 12 miles a day. I am very active. 5 days, 6 days a week, I blow 18,000 steps per day and about 4,000 calories. Anyway, I just figured I would toot my own horn on something that I have been kind of successful at, something I have worked on, and something I have figured out. I mean, I didn't tell you exactly how to do this, and I don't really want you just doing it and then getting hurt by doing it yourself. But I just had to say something about it. Don't eat more than this every time you eat. Chances are, you're eating too much every time you eat. One average takeout order is about 2 to 3 days of food for me. Think about that. Every time you order something for takeout, that's about 3 days of food for me. It's about 6 meals. Anyway, I love you. Take care.